Hey everyone, happy Monday. I'm so excited to cook my dinner with you again tonight. I am making the aloha burgers. Aloha, because they are Hawaiian inspired with pineapple and teriyaki. But I'm making the the aloha burgers from this week's meal plan, which is the August 2nd meal plan. So it's actually ending tomorrow. It's still the current meal plan, but it ends tomorrow. So I'm making the aloha burgers from this week's meal plan. Super exciting. And I have a bunch of really fun hacks for you to go along with tonight. Hi everyone who's just tuning in. Again, I'm making the aloha burgers from the 8/2 August 2nd meal plan. And so let's go ahead and just get started. So I have my little setup here, and I actually ran out of printer paper, oops, so I had to write the recipe down shorthand, but hey, that's cool. So the first thing is the recipe calls for, oh, hi for the thumbs up. The first thing is my first trick, my first hack for you, is this recipe calls for teriyaki sauce, and I actually didn't have any teriyaki sauce made, and there's actually a really terrific soy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, super healthy teriyaki sauce on happyherbivore.com. So if you need a gluten-free, a soy-free, or a sugar-free teriyaki sauce, pop on over to the blog to get the recipe. And if you are a member of Meal Mentor, it should be in the forums or the do-it-yourself book. But here's a really simple hack that you can also do, is it's equal parts soy sauce and sugar. And you could probably do another sweetener too if you don't want to use sugar, but it's a simple hack that I do, especially if we're traveling, because I can always find packets of soy sauce, especially if there's an Asian restaurant or a food market in a mall. And so you can always find soy sauce. And then sugar is also just as easy to come by because any Starbucks or something has it. So, oh, thanks for all the thumbs ups. You guys are the best. So that's a super hack. If you're cooking on demand and you're like, crap, I have no teriyaki, or you're traveling or whatever, that's a simple hack. But so that's actually what I'm going to do for my hack today is, like I said, normally I would have made my teriyaki sauce, but we had a really busy weekend. Super exciting news. I think we're going to become foster pug rescuers. So we had training this weekend, but anyway, enough about that. Maybe you guys will be seeing some more pugs soon, but for now, let's make some teriyaki. All right, so as I mentioned, it's equal parts sugar and soy sauce. And so I have my sugar here, and I'm just going to add my soy sauce now. And you could do this with coconut aminos or whatever you have. And like I said, there is a soy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, super-duper healthy version, recipe, etc. on getmealplans.com too. I'm using gluten-free tomorrow because that's all I have. So, and like I said, it's just equal parts sugar and soy, and you could kind of tweak it, a little less sugar, a little more soy sauce, thin it out with a little water. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll also add a little bit of garlic or ginger, which, you know what, I'm feeling fancy, so I'm going to do that. Let me get my garlic and ginger. I hear all your thumbs up and likes. You guys are the best. There's my... Oh, geez. This is a rough week, guys. I think I'm even out of garlic. Rough week. Okay. Oh no, I did have the garlic in my hand. I have such a bad case of the Mondays right now. This isn't even funny. It's such a bad case of the Mondays. So I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic and ginger just to spice it up. You don't have to do this, but it's something I like to do. All right, and so that's it. That's all I had to do. It's actually kind of pretty. And then my fork is my constant whisk, so now I'm just whisking it together. And that was it. Now I have soy sauce. I know, it smells like teriyaki sauce, doesn't it? Quaid is very excited. So, ta-da! I wish you guys could smell this because it smells exactly like teriyaki. So I'm just going to move that on over for a second. And so this recipe calls for portobellos. I do not do the stems. That doesn't happen for me. They find their way into my compost pile. So I'm just going to pull all my stems out real quick. And actually, a great cheat for this would be to buy those pre-cut baby bellas. You can actually cook these whole like a burger, really make it like a burgery and put it on a bun. But I think I'm actually probably going to chop mine up just so they cook a little faster. But normally, like I said, you could keep it and really make it feel like a big, chunky, juicy burger. But we have somewhere to be tonight, so to make sure it's just as fast as possible. Plus, I like showing you guys modifications, different little tweaks that you can do. This recipe also called for marinating, which you can see I didn't do. That would have made it a lot tastier, but you know what? Make it work. Get yourself to that party. All right. And I'm just chopping it pretty loosely. I don't make it too thin because my husband's very texture oriented. and he will not like a soggy mushroom. So, all right, almost done here. Let's get this going. Let's get this party started. Oh, let me add my teriyaki here. I'm also going to add a little bit of water because that wasn't enough. There we go. And why not? Let's just add some more garlic because I love garlic. All right. So I'll just let that get cooking. One thing is, if you haven't noticed, oh, thanks for all the loves and likes. You guys are the best. One thing is, starting with this meal plan, which is, like I said, the August 2nd meal plan, it's the current meal plan, there's a new slimming option. It just came out this week. It's brand new to the meal plans, and it's forever, so it's not just this week, but it's part of the meal plans now. And it's basically if you want to have less processed foods, whether you want to have less flour products, or you just want to not have as much pasta in your life, or you have trouble finding healthy breads or tortillas, we now have modifications for all of it. So one of the modifications, for example, let me see if I can block out the sun a little bit. One of the modifications this week was, instead of making a burger, like with a bun, you could put it over a sweet potato. And so that's actually one of the things I'm going to do. I have my sweet potato here in my Potato Express. I call it a potato pocket. You guys are always asking me about this. This is it. I'm just going to microwave it real quick. You don't need to poke the potato. I know, isn't this, it looks, it's like a seal or a duck. I don't know. So I'm just going to microwave this real quick while my mushrooms are cooking. But my husband loves bread. He could be on an all bread diet, so I do have some bread for him. Notice I'm using sandwich bread. I don't even have regular hamburger buns. Like, this is my life. I don't make anything perfect. Let's see. Oh, but so while that's going, I can make the slaw, because these are a burger, so there's like a slaw that goes on top, so we can just make that while we're waiting for the mushrooms. All right, you can see my mushrooms are just kind of doing their thing over there. And here's my pineapple. I'm using frozen. Canned would work too. And I'll just throw this in at the end to warm it up. I'll probably even microwave it because it's still pretty frozen. But so here's my slaw. And I bought some pre-mixed slaw because I'm lazy and I don't want to shred my carrot and I don't want to shred my cabbage. You can get this anywhere. If I wasn't allergic to broccoli, I'd have gotten the broccoli slaw because that always looks super yummy. So just put this here. And it says 2 cups, which I know is about like 2 good handfuls. Like, I don't measure anything, guys. I just kind of eyeball it because, you know what, a little more or less cabbage isn't going to make or break the whole thing. And that's, actually I have a little bit left, so that'll go into my salad for tomorrow. So here's my cabbage, all nice. I look through it to make sure there aren't any of these really big pieces, and these big pieces I usually take out and either save for like soup or my compost. I don't want to eat like this big piece in my salad. So make sure, nice and pretty. Now I just need to make the dressing. And I'm even, you know, this is the bowl I used, and you know what, it's all going in the same dish, so I'm just going to use it. I'm not even going to bother to dirty up another bowl. So for me, I'm using my tofu mayo. This is mayonnaise that I made from tofu. It's like a 1-minute recipe. You can find it on YouTube. I make this like, I don't know, once every 3 weeks, and it's much lower in calories, but of course you can buy mayonnaise or, you know, whatever. Yeah, it still smells good. When it goes bad, you really know. And because there's like lemon juice and stuff in here, I feel it just like keeps longer. So anyway. So, and you could use a yogurt, like a vegan yogurt, or you could, I've even seen people use coconut milk instead, and so that would work too. But there's so many different brands of vegan mayonnaise now, and a lot of accidentally vegan brands, like the Trader Joe's one, for example, so there are options for you. But I just make it myself. Rice vinegar. Move this so you see a little bit better. I need some jam. I'm using orange marmalade, but you could totally use, you know, honey agave, more teriyaki, whatever you like. So that's just my sauce. Where'd my fork go? And like I said, I use my fork to whisk everything. I'm so lazy. I just don't want to dirty multiple things. And so I'll just whisk this around until it's nice and combined. And you know what? Why not? Let's add more garlic because it's all the garlic all the time. Actually, I'm going to add a little ginger too since it's sitting here looking at me. Because I add flavor to everything all the time. I'm just like, why not? I like garlic. I like ginger. All right, so that's my beautiful dressing. Now I just put it on here. I don't want to lose you guys again. All right, so there's my slot ready to go. Let me take my rings off. And the nice thing about doing this myself is now I can see if I want to add more, you know, like mayonnaise or more anything to it. But I like it just lightly coated, so this, it's not really, you can't really tell very well, but it's pretty well covered. And my mushrooms are going. I have pugs on the floor. Oh no, can you guys see them? I'm like stepping over them. They're like little hurdles. But, so that's it. I am, other than waiting for my mushrooms to finish up, I'm done. Then I just have to plate it and put it on things. There we go, trying to hide the glare of the sun. Oh, you guys did see them. So, yep, they're behind. Yeah, there they are. I keep telling them that they're going to have friends come stay with them until we find them forever homes. I don't think they've realized it yet. But there's my, you know, I like to think that they just like to be near me, but I think they just secretly want the food. But yeah, so anyway, I'm all done. Someone asked about the potato in the microwave. I don't think it gets too dry. Like, I think it's perfect, but it's very much a personal preference. But at the same time, like, I don't like pressure cooked potatoes because I think that they're too, I can turn this way, they're too watery. So it's definitely a personal preference. But yeah, so I guess I'm done. Sorry, it's too fast. But that's always the case with meal mentor. But so kind of what I'll do here with my mushrooms is I'll just keep cooking them until they're a little bit more tender because they could use a little bit more. There's Lily Bean. And what I'll basically do is while these guys just keep cooking here, like humming along, I'll clean up my mess because you can see I have a little bit of one. And so that's all. That's all, folks. Super easy. As I mentioned, I'm putting mine over a sweet potato. My husband's using the very last of our bread. So embarrassing. But anyway, thanks for spending another evening with me as I prepare my dinner. If you want to learn more or get this recipe, go to getmealplans.com. Check out the new slimming option. That's super awesome. Also, if you are a member, really cool, awesome feature coming tomorrow where you can now rate and review recipes. So new members, get excited for tomorrow. Check your inbox. There's a video of me talking about it. And we're also going to have polls to rate favorite recipes. I'm super excited. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, thanks, everyone. Have a good night. Cook your dinner.